Hello everybody, welcome to Purple Table Tarot. We're having a special edition today for the full moon in Sagittarius. And the full moon can be a time of endings, and Sagittarius is really inviting you to get clear on what it is that you need to clear out, what kind of cycles are coming to a close. It's a time for getting in touch with reality and basically like having radical acceptance. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and do 3 readings. Now we're going to start off by choosing an object. Since I'm in the office, we're having a special little office edition. And what I will do is I will hold up 3 different office supplies. Okay, and then you can decide which group you want to be a part of. Okay, first you have the paper clip. Group number 1, you will be the paper clip. Holds things together, not too tight but not too loose. They're flexible, and they have multi-purpose. You can bind paper together, or you could even put them in your hair. Group number 1, the paper clip. Group number 2, finger moistener, for those stacks and stacks of paperwork. This helps you to not put your fingers in your mouth to lick your fingers during times of COVID. So we can see this as being a healthy protective measure. This is a protective tool, efficient, long-lasting, and helpful in your day-to-day tasks. Group number 2, finger moistener. Group number 3, the letter opener. You are sharp, quick, efficient, get right to the point, also able to open things up for discovery. The letter opener. Okay, so if you want to press pause and think about what group you want to be in, we'll go ahead and get started with the group number 1, paperclip. Paperclip group. And I'm not going to do the full pyramid today. I'm just going to do a 4-card pull, okay? And with no clarifier. So this is going to be a pretty quick read. Okay. Okay, so group number 1. What kind of energy do you want to focus on right now? What area of your life do you think is important to make the focus of this full moon? Okay, and you got the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is inviting you to take a good look at how you communicate in conflict. Perhaps there's a conflict happening in your life, and this could be between people, or it could be internal as well. This could be how you talk to yourself in certain times. When you have a head over heart decision, perhaps. So that's something you want to pay attention to. Call into that, meditate on that. Areas in your life where you're experiencing some sort of dissonance, whether it be internal or with others, and how you navigate that with your thoughts and with your communication. Second card is, what is it that would be good to release? What is good to release right now? And you have the Eight of Swords. So this card signifies overthinking things, really being in a prison of your own making. Now, this feeling bound, feeling stuck in a situation, and pretty much feeling stuck in your mind about something. Maybe you're thinking something over and over and over again. However, you are not trapped. The ultimate truth of the matter is that you could free yourself at any time. I know that it can be very hard. This card does not invite you to practice denial. It just invites you to choose to release expectation and to embrace an alternative perception. One that's no more self-deception by any means, but just an alternate way of looking at the same situation. Something that you feel bound to, you can maybe release and let go and surrender just to the universe, or surrender unto just having faith and trust in that things will work out on their own, or really not feeling as though you are beholden to any of the things that outside influence is just happening to you. Like, this is also kind of a victim-y card in my opinion. If you're feeling bound by these thoughts that you have and thinking, oh, I can't make it different, or this and that, kind of going back to the drawing board really with yourself and finding your inner power. So you want to embrace a new perspective, release any kind of stuck mindset. Okay, and then so it was the area that you need to focus on. What do you want to release? And what do you want to embrace? What do you want to maybe rejuvenate inside of yourself? And this is interesting because it really does kind of play into the last card. This is a card of surrendering. So on the one hand, you could be hanging out, waiting for life to happen to you, waiting for your surrounding circumstances to basically shape your path, or you can maybe find the middle way here. And the hangman isn't just can either wait around for circumstances to shape the path, or the hangman can surrender, but in a sense, surrendering with ease and surrendering with an ideology of going with the flow. And then as you find yourself in the flow, you could then choose to keep going down the certain path, or you can make a decision and choose another path. But this is like a change in perspective, and we had discussed that, and it's interesting how this should come after this one. So this can be like, what do we need to rejuvenate in ourselves in order to help us release this? A new perspective. Away from life happens to me, victim mind, into surrendering mind. Okay. And what can we look forward to as a reward? Something that we could see coming as a reward for us in the end, a new beginning, a new opportunity, a new maybe not new idea, but a new endeavor. This could be a new job. This could be just something anew that's going to be contributing to your stability, contributing to your future, contributing to any kind of future ideas that you have that are going to evolve from this. Okay? Because in the Pentacles, the Ace is the beginning. So you have a new beginning going on here, coming out of conflict and confusion into surrendering into a new beginning. So I hope that resonated with you, Paperclip group, group number 1. And we will move on to group number 2. If that resonated, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And always leave comments. And now we will get on to group number 2, which is the helpful, hypoallergenic, antibacterial, protective finger moistener, so you don't have to put your fingers in your mouth. And what Sagittarian full moon, flower moon messages do we have for group number 2? Okay, what is needing your review? What is needing your, I wonder if it was rejection or kind of release? Oh. The next was inviting to help with the release. And then the reward. Okay, so for the review, what area of your life might you focus on right now? What needs attention? What needs clearing? This is the Seven of Wands, which is very, this speaks to having your boundaries up, but it also speaks of good boundaries, whereas you have come very far. A lot of these previous wands are from past successes, past obstacles that you've overcome. And as you move on in your journey, there's a part of you that's still feeling very defended. Okay? And so it would appear that your boundaries need review right now. Are they too rigid? Are they too loose? How are they helping you? How are they working against you? What's the evaluation? And here is something that needs to be released. And it's the Ten of Cups. And so I'm wondering if the release is the release of an ideal. Because the Sagittarian full moon invites you to get really clear and very kind of like radical acceptance of whatever it is. So, you know, you wouldn't think that something that needs to be released would be the Ten of Cups, because it's like, gosh, no, we want the Ten of Cups. What's happening? So perhaps perhaps in the reevaluation of your boundaries, you can maybe release expectations on others to, be giving you this 10 of Cups. Because see here, we have two people here, okay? And they got their hand wrapped around one cup, and, it's kind of like one's giving and one's receiving, and they're sharing it together. Perhaps there's a painful release and needing to realize that things are not going to be 10 of Cups. I'm not too sure. I mean, if this is resonating with you, then you will know what the situation is. Maybe you need to release high expectations. Okay. And now for the what can help you in the release. There's justice. Justice. Now, fair-mindedness, truth, and fairness. Truth and fairness here. Okay. Really using this energy to help you release the ideal of the 10 of Cups, but also reevaluate your boundaries. Really getting clear, like when the Justice card shows up, it appears that we are at a crossroads, and sometimes it can be like, okay, how are we going to approach this? It's like finding the balance, finding the middle way, using the truth and fairness in the matter, okay? That's what's called upon right now. This is the medicine that you need in order to work with this reevaluation energy and the releasing energy. And so the outcome, the reward, can be temperance, kind of being able to move your energies from one part to the next with ease, having focus, having clarity of mind. I really see this card as having flexibility with things. It can be a great gift if one is going through a difficult time to embrace flexibility, embrace ease. See, this person has one foot in, one foot out. That would, to me, symbolize having a very flexible grasp, okay? Not being too rigid, not having rigid expectations of how things are going to go one way or the other. Being okay with either in or out, this or that. And with regard to pouring the cup from cup to cup, it's like she's not spilling a drop there, right? So there's focus in that. There's steady hand. Really taking a very clear, tempered approach. And so that is a gift. That is a gift. You've come a long way on this path, right? The path is behind you, and there's wings here. It's a really good gift in the finish to have calmness in a state of mind around a particular issue that you may have just worked through. So there's that piece. Okay, that's for group number 2. If that resonated, like, share, and subscribe. And always, please, any associations that you have with any of the cards that you see in any of your readings, even with regard to the order that they come in, anything that comes up for you, that's gold right there. So you also have the ability to, read your own cards as they're shown to you. because you're the one who knows best in your situation of what's happening. These are just the energies that I'm pulling. Okay, so we will go with group number 3. What do we need to reevaluate, release, receive, and in order to help us reevaluate and release? And then what is our reward? Reevaluate, release, receive, reward. Okay, so we are being called upon to reevaluate our tendency to hold things close to the vest right now. The Four of Pentacles is an energy of really kind of being a little bit guarded, like wanting to keep things pinned down, wanting to, very, very, very money-minded, very practical things minded right now. This is the card of, some folks call it the greedy card, but you know, it's a card, in my opinion, of holding things close to the vest. Like, really, you're not in the sharing energy right now. You're not in the sharing energy right now. So that aspect of you needs to be reevaluated. Okay. And what needs to be released? Temperance needs to be released. Maybe you've been holding back in your reactions or your responses to particular situations. Maybe this is a time for really speaking out and advocating for yourself. And really, you know, if you speak out and advocate for yourself in a strong way, in a clear way, it doesn't mean that you're not taking the high road. Sometimes I think that, you know, in our minds, or in the collective mind, a common way to think about in our dealings with other people, that we need to be fair to everybody, or then maybe there's a lot of us out there who you know, just are kind of, all right, you know, I'm going to be really well-tempered, I'm going to be, you know, fair, I'm going to be focused, I'm going to take the high road, you know. But sometimes that can be, you might end up turning your back on yourself. So this is basically inviting you to release the need to be, you know, really calm and fair about a situation, flexible about a situation. This is inviting you to step up and advocate for yourself if you're needing to release this temperance, and advocating for yourself strongly, okay? Clearly, righteously, and strongly. And so, what do we need to receive in order to work with these? What do we need to receive in order to help us reevaluate our Four of Pentacles and release our need for temperance, or our propensity for being tempered? You need to receive the Hermit energy. You need to go inward. You need to pay attention to that, to invite some solitary time right now. Not isolation, but solitary time to really get in touch with what it is that you're going to be advocating for. And how it is that you're going to be reevaluating. Why do you feel the need to hold things down and hold things close to the vest, to not be in the sharing mode right now? Just to look at that. It's not necessarily telling you to, okay, well, since you're being asked to reevaluate these things, that it means then you have to just like give it all up and give it over. That's not what this is saying. A reevaluation is just a good look at those things. But you need to go inward in order to help you with the reevaluation, in order to help you with the release. And what is going to be your reward? Your reward is going to be embodying the Knight of Swords energy. Okay? You have bravery here. You have going in, like he's going toward this burning tower. Okay? So this is a really good energy to work with what the Sagittarian full moon is inviting you to do. To face the fears, facing the hard truths, okay? Communicating those things. And you may need to communicate these things sharply, right? You will then have the reward of having advocated for yourself and being able to speak clearly and sharply for yourself. Okay, in the face of fear, in the face of something changing, okay, in the face of things shifting and maybe even tumbling down in a very fiery way, but you have the strength to do that. That is the reward, which is great. Just great. It's important for us to have these strong aspects of ourselves to use that, and sometimes these experiences, I get the sense that this experience is going to actually help you strengthen and build this character within you. Okay? So that's what I have for you, group number 3. So if that resonated, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time in a non-office environment. Thank you for bearing with that and bearing with the non-magical looking environs. But the magic is what we make it. So I will see you next time. Thank you very much.